boys and squirrels, welcome back to my channel. It's been a hot minute since I posted a video and I'm sorry about that. I've just been super busy. I work at Sephora now, so that's pretty cool and I love it there. But I also still have my other job. I work for my dad, so I'm working a lot, and editing and doing videos is really time consuming, but I'm gonna try to post more. Oh, ignore my Halloween decorations in the background, even though it's clearly the middle of November, but I'm way too lazy to take them down. But today I'm gonna be doing a video that I've been wanting to do for like 6 or 7 months and just never got around to it, and I told everyone on Instagram that I would make a video. Never did. So finally, I'm going to tell you guys about my lip injections, my experience, where I got them done, how much they were, basically just everything you need to know if you are looking to get lip injections. I feel like it's kind of a like taboo subject, just like plastic surgery and, you know, injectables and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, I feel like all the videos that I watched on lip injections before I actually got mine were really still kind of secretive. It was more just about like the pain and like the recovery. Like they didn't actually tell you the details about it. Things just like the price, like how much you should pay for them, and also finding a physician. Like I feel like a lot of people didn't cover that, and I had questions about that like when I was getting mine done, so I'm gonna let you guys know where I went and how much it was. So I live in San Diego and I went to Revive Salon and Spa in Carmel Valley. And I actually had looked up a lot of different places before I decided on this one. I was on Yelp, I was asking people like on Instagram and stuff, just, you know, where they went and what their recommendations were, and I really did not find a place that I was comfortable going to. For me, if something isn't almost 5 stars, like I don't trust somebody to inject something into my face. Like I want to make sure that you are, you know, gonna do a good job. So I was kind of looking at reviews, like pictures, all that stuff, and then actually I had a friend who recommended Revive because she works there as a receptionist. So I looked up the reviews online and they had like a 5-star review, and she recommended that I see Mary. So I made an appointment with Mary for like in a month in the future. She's really good, so she gets booked like super ahead, which was good because it gave me some time to like kind of think about if it's something I really want to do, and 2, just kind of like get all the nerves out and all the loosey-gooseys and stuff. So I had like a month to think about it, which was cool. From all the research that I did, lip injections, well, when I say lip injections too, I mean 1 syringe of Juvederm. There's like 1 or 2 or 3 different kinds of injectables that you can actually put into your lips. One of them is Juvederm. I know one of them is Restylane, but that's more for like fine lines. But Juvederm is pretty much like the, you know, the main thing that people will put into their lips. In San Diego, I, you know, looked up all the prices, and even in LA, like I was willing to drive to LA if I found somewhere that, you know, had good reviews and that I liked. So the going rate for 1 cc, which is 1 syringe of Juvederm, is anywhere from like $450 to like $600, $700. And then if you're going to like Beverly Hills and, you know, getting like Kylie Jenner's doctor, that's probably gonna be like $1,000. But like the normal person, the normal physician, it's probably around $500. That's like the going rate. And I was comfortable paying that because I felt that, you know, this is something that I wanted to do and that it was worth it. So I was willing to pay about $500. But Revive runs specials like every month, and it was only $349 for 1 syringe. So that's actually a really good deal. That's the cheapest that I found between San Diego and LA. The going rate could be totally different where you live. You know, in California, there's a lot of plastic surgeons and there's a lot of like medical spas. So I feel like the prices might be lower here just because of all the competition. But if, you know, you live in like Ohio, and there's like not that many places around you, the rate could be a lot higher just because that's kind of their niche. So anyways, I made my appointment for, I think sometime in May was the first time that I went and I got my first initial like syringe of fillers. So here's a picture of my lips without any filler, and then compared to what they looked like after 1 syringe of Juvederm. So I went in May. When I got there, I was actually surprised at how nice like the salon was. I mean, I had like seen some pictures, but it was just really beautiful. They do like hair and facials and chemical peels and like cool laser stuff, all kinds of stuff there. It's a really nice place. And then I met Mary and she was super sweet. She explained like the entire process to me, what Juvederm actually is, what I can expect with healing and swelling and all this stuff. so she just talked me through everything and answered any questions I had, so she was very nice. But basically what they do is you sit in this chair, whatever. What she did to me is she put a numbing cream on just my top lip, because the first time I got them done, I only got the Juvederm in my top lip. I did not get anything in my bottom lip. So she just put the numbing cream on the top lip and just saturated everything, and I sat there for like 10-15 minutes and my lips were so numb. It was so weird. And some of it kind of like gets in your mouth, so your tongue is numb and like it feels super weird, and then you start questioning everything, like, why am I doing this? Like, this is terrifying, but it's not that scary. Basically, just got super nice and like numbed up. She didn't do like an ice pack on me. I know some people, they do the numbing cream and then they also request that the doctor does like ice on the lips for a little bit. She didn't do that. I have a pretty high pain tolerance anyways. Left the numbing cream on and then basically just brought out the syringe. They keep them in the refrigerator. But before this, like, we kind of went over the look that I was going for. I said that I didn't want like cat lips. Like, if you know what I'm talking about, where the outer corners are like really puffy, like over here. I didn't want that. I wanted it, you know, mostly focused on like the middle and the cupid's bow, and then like just a little bit on the sides. So she made sure that I didn't get Catwoman lips. She basically just, you know, looked at my lips, and she took a picture before so I could see like a before and after, but she just told me to breathe, and if I felt like, you know, I was gonna faint or like if I was lightheaded, just tell her. Just kind of sit there in silence, and it's a really weird feeling. It kind of feels like somebody is sticking like a pen like into your lips. Like, does not hurt. It's a little uncomfortable. It kind of hurts on these side ridges for me anyways, right here when she went up into the side to get to the middle. That hurt just because it's really close to the skin, not so much your actual like lips. But yeah, so for the first two, she would put the needle like up in like through here and then put it up like this, and then push the syringe and push the product out. So she would like leave a line like that, like down. It's hard to explain, but like, I mean, and that's from what I can feel too. Like, I wasn't watching it, I didn't like have a mirror or anything, but and then she put some like in the middle right here, like put the needle like this, and then, you know, press the stuff out and then pull the needle out, just so it's like distributed evenly, because you don't want any like lumps or like hard parts or anything. Maybe like 10-15 minutes that she was actually putting the product in my lips, and I was comfortable the whole time. You're not under like any anesthetic or anything, you know, you're fully aware. So I feel like it's best if you just don't look at the needle. If you can just close your eyes, you're not gonna pass out. You shouldn't pass out unless you're scared of needles. And then that was it. I was done. And I was super surprised when I first looked in the mirror. I was like, oh my god, like they were huge. I was like, what did I do? Like, they're so big. But it's just because you're not used to like seeing something like that. And she told me, she's like, you're gonna swell, and you're gonna swell for probably anywhere from like 2 to 3 days, maybe 4 days, depending on how your body's gonna react to it. She recommended, this is really good if you're planning on getting lip injections, she recommended Arnica Montana gel, which Arnica Montana is a plant, I believe, and it's just used for like pain. And I found that at Sprouts. And then she also recommended, she also recommended Bromelain. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. It's Bromelain, and it's basically pineapple extract, but they put it in a pill form, and it's supposedly just to help treat indigestion and reduce inflammation. So if you have either of those things, Bromelain. That's really good for just if you're swollen, which I was very swollen, so she told me to get those, so I got those. I went and got the Arnica Montana and the Bromelain from Sprouts right after I got my lips done. And also, you don't feel any different like after you get them done. Like, you can walk, you can drive, like you're not in the searing pain that you can't like function. It's really an outpatient procedure. It's, you know, it's not too bad. They give you like a little ice pack afterwards, and that really helped. Yeah, after maybe like 3 or 4 hours, you'll really start to feel like the heat and the pain set in. You know, the numbing kind of wears off. And so I'd say, like, if you are gonna get this done, like maybe take the day off work, because you are totally functionable like afterwards, but you will feel pain eventually. You know, like 4 or 5 hours out, you'll start feeling pain. And I actually went home and like napped and woke up, and my lips were like completely swollen at that point. So it was kind of crazy. I just woke up and had these like giant fish lips. For me, the swelling, I have a few pictures, I'll put them on the screen, but they were really swollen. They were the most swollen one day afterwards. So like the night that I got them done, they were, you know, pretty swollen, but I went to sleep and the next morning I woke up, I was just like in shock at how swollen they were. And the first time you get them done, they will be more swollen just because your lip is not used to, you know, any kind of this like foreign matter that's being put into it. So it's gonna swell up more. I have gotten another syringe of Juvederm like recently in the last, like, I think it was a month ago or 2 months ago, and I did not swell as bad. I was swollen, but I wasn't as swollen as I was the first time. As you can see in those pictures, I was super swollen, and I was super embarrassed because I had to like go to work and like I looked ridiculous. But that only lasted for about 2 days. The first initial day after I got them done, that was the worst, and then the next day, from there on, day, you know, 3 and 4 and 5, they were significantly, you know, going down with each day. And I was putting on the Arnica gel and I was taking the Bromelain, so all of that helped. And I was icing every day, probably every like 3 or 4 hours. I would ice for like 15 or 20 minutes. You don't want to ice too much, but you definitely do want to ice throughout the day. Obviously the swelling and the pain wasn't enough to make me not want to get them again, because I did get them again. It's a really awkward couple of days, but it's really not that bad. As long as you don't plan any like major events in those, you know, 3 or 4 days, you should be fine. Or get them done on like a Friday and then you can go to work on Monday and you'll be fine. The second time that I went, I'll show you a picture. These were my lips 6 months after my first syringe of Juvederm, and then here are my lips now, basically after one more syringe of Juvederm. So I've technically had 2 syringes put into my lips in the last 7 months, just about. From what I understand, to keep the amount of you know, juicy fullness that they are at, you should be getting them maybe like twice a year, depending on how much you want. If you're gonna build them up initially, which is kind of what I did, I went in and got my second syringe before all of the fillers had left my lips from the first syringe. So Mary was the one who told me to do that. So it's kind of like, instead of letting them completely drain each time, you know, you go in when there's still a little bit of filler, so the filler is going on top of the other filler and it's making it last a little longer. So this time, same thing, booked her about, I think it was only like 2 or 3 weeks in advance. Same place, Revive Salon. And I saw Mary again because she did such a good job the first time. And then actually this time it still was $349. This time I got a little bit of filler in my bottom lip as well, which the first time I had only gotten it in my top lip. And as you can see, I mean, now, you know, they were full before, but now with that second syringe, I'll show you guys. With that second syringe, they really, especially my top lip, is, you know, it kind of where I want it to be. I don't think I would ever go any bigger than this. I like the size that they're at now, and I don't have any lipstick on at all. These are my natural lips. I'm really happy with them. It's cool waking up with these like fancy lips every day, and I don't even have to like line them. Like, I think that's the coolest thing, is I can just put a lipstick on, even like a super nude sheer lipstick, and not be self-conscious about my top lip. Like, I just love how they look. It cuts a lot of time off of like trying to overdraw them. I love them. I think if it's something that you want to do for you, just fucking do it, because like, live your life, man. No, I'm just kidding. I think since my top lip was so disproportionate to my bottom lip, adding the fullness to the top lip really makes just my whole face look proportional. Like, it doesn't look like my lip is sinking into my mouth, which is what I felt like it looked before. Like, now I feel like my face from the front, it looks like how it's supposed to, basically. I feel like these are the lips that I always should have had and just didn't. So, but now, you know, I do, and I feel like my whole face is just, it fills out my face, and I feel like 20 times more confident with like wearing lipstick and just doing my makeup in general. What else can I add? I feel like a lot of people didn't even really like notice that I had my lips done, besides when they were swollen, because everyone was like, what the fuck? But after the swelling had gone down and they were just, you know, to their normal size, like, I feel like nobody noticed. And people that, you know, I didn't really know before I had my lips done, and talking to them, they didn't like think that I had my lips done. They were like, wow, you know, they look really natural, they look really good. I never would have guessed that, you know, your top lip is like mostly filler. So I think Mary definitely did a really good job of just, you know, giving me what I want, making them look natural, and I'm really happy with them. Let's say my top 3 things to consider when you are, you know, wanting to get Juvederm. Number 1 is just the price, and you know, knowing that it's not a one-time thing. They are not permanent, they are temporary, and you're gonna have to keep getting them every 6 months to 9 months. They last anywhere from 6 months to 9 months depending on your metabolism and how your body processes things. So just keep that in mind, that like, you know, once you see your lips to their full potential, you know, it's really hard to just like not go out and get more when they start to go down. So keep that in mind. 2, I'd say really do your research. Please do your research. You know, don't go somewhere because they're the cheapest. Go somewhere because you read the reviews, you did your research. Even like call them and ask them questions if you have any questions about Juvederm or like their process on how they do it. Don't be afraid to ask, because you'd rather be safe than, you know, have someone mess up your lips. And even though they are temporary, you know, that's like 6 months, and if they screw up, it's not super hard to undo. It's just really inconvenient, and you just want to get someone who's going to do it right the first time. And 3, I mean, this is super like cliche, but don't do it for someone else, you know. Don't do it because Kylie Jenner has these like big luscious lips, or if you just have like thin lips and somebody said something about them and, you know, you're thinking that you need to go get injections. Like, just do it because you want to do it. I know everyone says that, but I mean, yeah, I got them for myself. I didn't get them because Kylie Jenner had them, or I didn't get them because my boyfriend told me to get them. I got them because I wanted them, and I wanted to see how I would look with them, and I'm super happy with them, so I will continue to get them. If you guys have any more questions about the process or just anything about the lip injections at all, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try to answer it the best that I can. If you like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. Like I said, I'm going to try to make videos more often, more tutorials, because I know that you guys like tutorials and probably don't want to watch videos where it's just me talking for like 10 minutes, because that's like super boring. Sometimes you just got to do a talking video about your lip injections that you got 6 months ago and finally made a video about, even though you said you were going to make it, you know, roughly 6 or 7 months ago, and you just didn't, because you just didn't have the time. So, you know, better late than never. Yeah. So thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.